Hello, everyone. My name is Frankie Bates, and I'm on the Board of Trustees of the International Continence Society. I'm here today. We're having a meeting, myself and my colleagues, surrounding the activities and trying to plan ahead for World Continence Week in 2024. And as we were chatting, we thought it might be a good idea to share with all of you, whether you're members of ICS or members of the World Health Organization or the WFIPP, or whether you're a healthcare practitioner or suffering from incontinence. We want to share with you some of the things that we have planned. So without any more to do, I'll hand you over to my esteemed colleagues so they can introduce themselves also. Go ahead, Lynne.
Yes, hello everyone, and thank you very much for the invitation to say a few words about World Continence Week. First of all, my role, I'm the president of the World Federation for Incontinence and Pelvic Problems, in short, the WFIPP, and we've been managing the World Continence Week events, which this year take place between the 17th and the 23rd of June. We've been doing that now for a number of years, and I must say, gathering momentum year on year, which is very good news and exciting that there are so many events being planned globally. We are a global organization, and as such we represent, of course, the patient cohort, where the voice of patients worldwide on all matters regarding incontinence and pelvic floor dysfunction in general. And this year we're going hopefully the extra mile or the extra kilometer, if you like, and trying to make 2024 a bumper year as far as our global outreach in terms of raising continence awareness. We're planning a number of activities, again, as I say, via the national organizations, but also please do look at the WFIPP website. We have a dedicated toolkit there with a number of graphics and themes, which you can use freely yourselves in any event you may be organizing, either for healthcare allied professionals or for patient groups as well. It is quite comprehensive in the themes, with the main theme this year, mental health and incontinence, which is big on the agenda, as we know. I'll hand over to Tomasz now and come back to you in a moment.
Yes, hello, good morning, good afternoon, or maybe good evening, everybody. I am Tomasz Michalek. I am from Warsaw, from Poland, and I have been working as a treasurer and member of the Executive Council World Federation of Incontinence and Pelvic Problems for more than 10 years. I am also representative for the Foreign Affairs of the Eurocontinence Association, patients group in my country. We've got more than 1,000 active members, and the association was established more than 16 years ago. I am also involved in some kind of publicity, like NTM Quarterly. It's a quarterly magazine related specifically to urology incontinence, and it has been published since 2002. And of course, we, having looked from the local place, we try to think and act on the European and the global level. And World Continence Week is the best week for us every year because it's like a celebration, but also a great opportunity to show what you would like to say publicly, what would like to say hello. This is a very important issue, especially to the media and decision makers as public opinion, of course, as a global one.
Yes, sorry, Frankie, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's okay. I was going to say it's certainly a very busy week for all of us. And just to give you all an idea, and especially from if you're with, just in the general population suffering from incontinence, there's actually 200 million individuals that suffer from urinary incontinence globally. And when we look at fecal incontinence, it's about 2 to 20% of the population that suffer from fecal incontinence. And we know this is gravely underestimated, right? And it's because it's very much a taboo topic. So, many of our patients suffer in silence. And certainly as a healthcare provider, I see my patients waiting many years before they'll come forward and seek medical intervention. So, as Tomasz said, and as Lynne said, World Continence Week, it's really out there to help get the word out there, and the campaign's aimed at really increasing awareness, and many of these campaigns to get an understanding of what incontinence is, and that it is, very manageable and very treatable condition, and you don't have to suffer in silence, and you don't have to wear different clothing and stop socializing, and it doesn't have to affect your quality of life. There's help out there, and I guess World Continence Week really is a tool to help guide you, educate you, and help you towards a healthcare provider that can give you care. So, what were you saying, Lynne? Sorry.
What I would like to say, I'm so pleased that now for a couple of years or so, we've been working very closely with the scientific societies, very much to raise awareness of the burden of incontinence. And there is so much that can be done. I think that's the key message, that we want to make sure that everyone is aware of what the treatment options are, what the solutions are, that people don't have to wait years to get a diagnosis. Access to healthcare must be universal. It's a universal right. And that's the kind of thing that we really campaign for. And now that we're doing it very, very closely in collaboration with the ICS, EAU, IUGA, you name it, that has so much more impact. And just to give you a couple of very concrete examples, I was approached by the Australian Continence Society, which is big in Australia and across the globe, to do an interview, because they're doing a big 2-page supplement during World Continence Week in one of their main newspapers, and also The Guardian in the UK, which is known to me, of course, and to you, Frankie. They're doing a big supplement on health, and incontinence is going to figure prominently, both for men and women. So they're just 2 things I've been doing this week, and I've got another 3 on the go. So it just shows you that we are, how should I say, we're not Hollywood as yet, but we're certainly gaining a lot of momentum. And I think this key message for everybody, and including the healthcare professionals, they can do so much to get these messages out.
I know, Tomasz, you've done some work on shared decision-making too, haven't you?
Yeah, I will mention in a minute about the 4Cs, because that's a very important project for WFIPP. But I also would like to add that such countries like Australia, USA, UK are great examples how you can raise awareness about incontinence and methods of treatment, diagnosis, and so on and so on. Also, the Spanish language countries are becoming more and more active, and this is fantastic that we can spread our messages also for so huge population. Of course, the language barrier, I am an example because I am not an English native speaker. It's a problem for many patients with urinary incontinence. That's why some time ago, WFIPP, in collaboration with other parties, set up a special website which is called Support Incontinence, which is already, as far as I remember, Lynne, is in 7 languages.
Yes, and Swedish will be added shortly.
And Swedish will be the 8th one, right? So we would like to educate, we would like to show what we can learn from many other countries and try to translate into local languages just to make sure that more and more people would learn about the, let's say, international standards we would like to promote. And 4Cs. 4Cs is a very important project which is called a commitment to collaboration in continence care. And by committing, we would like just to have the outcome by committing to incorporate patients' perspectives and priorities into the continence care pathway. So we would like to create some model for joint working that could be adopted by any other scientific societies and patient organization internationally. And this is the shared decision-making, let's say, project where we think that the present patient is much more educated and would like to be a part of this decision-making progress when we talk about diagnosis or treatment.
Absolutely, totally. We need to all learn how to listen to our patients and see what their needs are, not what we think their needs are. And
Absolutely.
It's not a successful treatment. So that's great. I think we've really given you a good overview of what incontinence is, what the World Continence Week is all about. We will share links to the International Continence Society as well as WFIPP, and then you can go online and see all these activities that Lynne and Tomasz and ourselves at ICS have worked arduously on. So please, we've got several social media campaigns out already with the new logo for 2024, with the toolkit. So it's on LinkedIn, it's on Facebook, it's on our webpage. And I would encourage everyone to take a good look and use that, the graphics as the basis. It's all out there. So we've got something like 1,200 hits in a few days, so we want a lot more people to go there. Absolutely, thanks, and thanks for all your work, both of you, on this. It's great to have you on board. So we'll see everyone later.